Mr. 58 is the new 28, and I'm bringing something new to y'all today. I'm just gonna sit back on the couch and relax for a few minutes, dog. It's been a long day. I need to take a nap. While you're jiving, your boy could use a nap. I could use a nappy nap. But man, what y'all got going on today, man? What's going on in y'all neck of the woods, man? Talk to your boy. Tell me what's cracking, man. What y'all need to talk about today? Anybody need to talk about anything in particular? Put it on the table. Andrew Hopper. What's good, dog? What's it is, man? What's happening? You out there training, bro? I just came in from a run, dog, just now. Took my jacket off that was over top of this hoodie. Now I'm in the crib, player. I figured, man, this time I'm gonna sit in the living room. I don't never sit in the living room. Figure I'd do a little something different, man. Give a different background to the video. Man, but bruh, boy, these legs they taking a beating for the last couple of days, bruh. The last couple of days I done went from 200 squats a day to 300 squats a day. Still out there on the run. Still doing the same thing. Say, nah, it work, but I'm going to get it in after. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. You got to get it in after. Don't let work get the best of you. People don't understand. They go to work and work 12 to 14 hours a day and then not come home and do nothing for themselves. How you going to work for the man and not go home and work for yourself? You got to work for yourself because this is how we keep us here. If the man understood the concept, he would send you out to get an exercise program in so that he could keep you at work and keep you in shape to be at work. Nope, they won't work you to death. Don't send you out. Don't make sure you're training. Watch it get bigger. And no, he can't use you when you get too big. You can't climb up a ladder. You can't go up under nothing. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, man, the man at work got to start paying attention. But that's what I'm talking about, dog. My son, he doing CQ duty today. I know you know what that is, captain's quarters, when you got to sit in for 24 hours. So they do their captain quarters in Germany from 9 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock the following morning. So he went to work. He went to the gym at 6 in the morning, spent his time in the gym. Then he went to work, well, CQ duty. And then he went home and ate lunch, rechanged his backpack with some more workout clothes, and when he get off in the morning, he going back to work out again. That's how we do things. So I normally work out before work, like 4 a.m., but I stopped so I do it after so I don't cheat my workout. You know, hey, I know exactly what you mean. When you're trying to get a workout in the morning and you got stuff to do after that workout, a lot of times, man, we rush through the workout because we keep watching the clock. And you ain't gonna get up 3 hours before you gotta be at work to work out because you can get that 2-hour workout in, but then you sometimes be tired. You done slacked on some sleep. So I used to do the same thing. I used to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, come downstairs and work out from 2 to 5. And then other stuff I started doing at 6. But you know the problem I had? It's not a problem with sleeping or a problem with my workout being cut short. The problem I had was that I go running in the morning. And 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you running 5 miles. And man, I ain't understand this until somebody explained it to me. I kept trying to figure out why I kept seeing coyotes and foxes in the morning, in the winter. My man said, you know what, that's when they go hunting because their babies are born somewhere around November, December, and they go hunting so that the mama cub could stay in the den with the babies. And they go hunting. And so when they out hunting, I'm out there running. And he trying to figure out why I'm out there, and I'm trying to figure out why he out there. I'm embarging on his time. So you know what? That's how that got to go. BZ, man. What it is, bro? Dakota Miller, 1089. Coach, how would you recommend watching presidential press conferences? Don't watch them. I don't watch no presidential press conferences, man. I ain't that interested. It's nothing but a bunch of lies, and it depends on which ones you believe. They're always trying to sell something to somebody. You know, a presidential press conference, before they had a conference, they sit down and they decide what they think the public want to hear. That's all it is. What kind of promises can we make that we really don't have to live up to, but they can't really hold us to living up to them? That's all it is, dog. Alex Foley, what's good, my dude? What's happening, homie? What you doing out there, player? Hey, look, make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all log in. And if y'all not a member of the channel, please subscribe. Politics, equal. God, hey, look, you said a whole mouthful right there, bro. I couldn't read your whole thing, but bruh, you said a whole mouthful. That's what people don't seem to understand. It ain't nothing but a bunch of lies. They don't have to live up to none of it. They can always blame it on somebody else. If the Republican is in the House and they run the House and they throw out these laws that nobody don't want, they're going to blame it on Democrats. It's the same the other way around. Tony, what's good, dog? Appreciate you up here. Jones, Brandon, let's go. What's happening, homeboy? Hey, Coach Carl, you looking extra handsome today, brother. Hey, look, I'm thanking God I'm still here, brother. Hey, look, handsome is the smallest part of what I wanted to be right now. I'd rather be alive than handsome. You feel me? Different pockets, same pants. You know the deal, man. Hey, look, I like that one too, man. That's a good title for something, man. Different pockets, same pants. I'm gonna have to write that one down. See, you done just gave me an idea. Sometimes, man, I come up with these ideas. I don't be knowing how I come up with them either. Yep. That's what it do right there. Man, you done gave me a good one, Beezy. I heard it before, but I heard it better today. Yeah, I heard it better today. Man, I went outside and went for that run, bruh. And I was saying to myself, I'm glad today Friday. Cause I do a lot of extra stuff Monday through Friday. I ain't gonna say I do more. I do extra stuff Monday through Friday. So I might run longer. I've actually had days where I went running in the morning, went walking in the middle of the day, and went biking at night. I've done it like that. Monday through Friday, man, I have a tendency to just kind of give a little extra, read all about it. So sometimes when that happens, man, you be worn out. So Monday through Friday, I only do it. But Saturday is all calisthenics, no weightlifting. Sunday is all calisthenics, no weightlifting. I only lift weights Monday through Friday. I used to lift weights on Saturday and Sunday, but then I started extending the run. So my run on Saturday, instead of 5 miles, is always 10 or better. So I get it that way. Sometimes I run with a vest on. Sometimes I do more on Sunday with the ruck walking. So that's the 40-pound vest. Sometimes I put the 40 on with the two 10-pound ankle weights on. So I got on 60 and I'm rucking 5 miles. It all depends on what's going on. But Monday through Friday, believe, I do the extra. So when Friday workout's over, man, I be feeling like brand new money. For real. I think I missed somebody. Hey, coach, I'm out to master the jump rope. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. One jump at a time, bruh. Hey, look, when I first started teaching jump rope in class, cats could only jump rope for like 15 seconds. So then I made the limit 30 seconds with a 15-second break. Give them something to work towards. And then about a month later, it became 1 minute with a 15-second break. And before you know it, I had everybody doing 3 minutes with a 30-second break. And then we did 3 rounds of that. If one looks good in the physicality, you usually look good physically or better. Hey, look, that's what I was always told. When you ain't stressed, bro, people don't understand when you see people. When you see people, you don't understand sometimes what it took for a person to put a smile on, what it took for a person to get out of bed in the morning. We don't never see that part because a lot of people are going through a whole lot of stuff and we just don't get to see it. So that's why I always tell people when you see people, speak to them. You never know when a person is on the end of the ledge or the end of their rope and they think about hanging themselves or they think about jumping off or something. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being the case, sometimes we can single-handedly fix what's going on with America or anywhere in the world. We can single-handedly fix it. Some people have been mentally, emotionally, and physically abused before you see them. Then when you see them, you expecting them to be like, yo, what up, dog? What's going on? Some people's wives are cheating on them. Some people's husbands are cheating on them. Some people just found out they sick. Some people just found out they shut in. Some people just found out they about to lose a job. A whole lot of stuff is happening behind closed doors. Some of it is happening right in front of y'all, which makes it even worse. It becomes even more stressful. So with that being the case, when y'all see y'all people today, say what up to them, man. Call somebody that you ain't talked to in a while and just say what up. Stop by somebody's house, knock on the door, and just say, I stopped by to say what up. You will never know what that could mean to somebody, man. But with that being said, hey, look, I appreciate y'all 100, because y'all be straightening my day out. Sometimes, man, I be on the end of my rope. You feel me? Hey, look, I rap 21. You spent a whole long time on my last live stream saying you needed help, but didn't tell me what the help was. You ain't never once said what the help was. You gotta be 100. You can't, hey, look, you can't tell me I'm gonna ask you a question, then come back 20 minutes later and ask the question. You gotta ask it all at the same time. I did the speed punches yesterday, coach. Man, it felt good to burn out. Sweat like a fool. Hey, look, man, that's what it do. You got to get it in sometimes. Sometimes you got to do just that. Sometimes, man, I'll stand in front of that bag for 10 minutes. And what I do is I do that routine in 30 seconds. You do normal, 10 seconds worth of just normal, then 10 seconds worth of a little faster, then 10 seconds worth of blazing speed, then come back down to the normal. And then you just do that for 10 minutes. Just put a stopwatch in front of you and let it keep clicking. Doctor Studies, YT. When did I get out of where? H-E-double-L? Because that's the only place I've ever been. I'm in heaven now. So I got out of H-E-double-L about 20 years ago. Andrew Harper. Man, I did 700 pull-ups throughout the day. I end up pulling a muscle in my chest. I'm taking it easy today, man. Good God. Hey, look, man, I've been there. I told you, my only challenge is up between me, myself, and I. I do a lot of stuff, man, just to see if I can do it. Right now, you know, I do 40 pull-ups a day. So I probably could do, the 40 don't even hurt. I just do 40 pull-ups, 40 chin-ups, 40 dips. I do them back to back. I go from 10-second breaks and then 10 seconds between exercises. Yep. Man, I love the hard work, bro. But at the same time, you got to pay attention, man. Don't want to hurt yourself. Don't want to be out the game. Don't want to be out the game. And my whole thing is not to be out the game. I ain't never going to hurt myself to the point where I'm out the game. But I can tell you one thing. My shoulder, on camera, this is my right shoulder. But in reality, this is my left shoulder. My left shoulder is hurting right now. I think it's these butterfly joints that I was doing. Is every time I change the weight and move up in weight, it always seemed to hurt my joints. It don't hurt my muscle. It just hurt the joint in my shoulder. But that's okay though, man, because you know what I keep doing? I keep doing them. I did them today, even though my arm was still hurting. It'll heal over the weekend. It'll be back to normal. So what I always be like, look, let's just get it in, man. Let's just get it in. I'm kind of that kind of guy. I ain't studying it, bro. Whatever happens, happens. They look, I done had injuries before, but it don't really hurt me, man. It don't really hurt me. I just know it's there. And that's the biggest thing. I know it's there. It said, hey, coach, love your tutorials. I'm 16 and have been training with weights for a year and training MMA at home and took my first BJJ class yesterday. What are some injury prevention exercises you should do? All of them. Oh, you said for my shoulder. For your shoulders. Oh, I thought you was just saying injury exercise, period. Prevention injury exercises, period. But not for your shoulders, man, just do it. If you got a pull-up bar, do a lot of pull-ups because you can't go wrong with pull-ups. Pull-ups or chin-ups. Either way, you can't go wrong with them. Do dips if you got parallel bars. You know, dips when you push yourself up and down. I got them on my channel, pull-ups, push-ups, and dips. You can also do a lot of push-ups. Push-ups will help you in the shoulder department, also help you in the chest and the back department. Make your arms stronger too. I don't know what you talking about, Earl, Slander, whatever your name is. I don't know what you talking about, bro. You gotta kill it. Hey, look, I know that ain't your real picture, cause I already checked you. But man, y'all don't know why y'all be getting on this channel, man, trying to Just trying to get notified, man. Just trying to get notified about nothing. I mean, like, I'm just trying to figure out why guys get up here. And I guess, honestly, I think guys think that the number one thing that people get offended by is the N word or the gay word. Them words don't bother me though, bro. Because I know who I am. So, but they be trying their hardest though. They really be trying their hardest. How you feel about burpees? I don't really like burpees because I think they're too easy for what I do. I do a lot of, unfortunately, let's say it like this. I do a lot of exercises that make other exercises easy, if you understand what I'm saying. I do a lot of other exercises that make other exercises easy. Burpees fall into a bracket of the stuff that I do so much of it that burpees just is me jumping up and down. That's all, just push up and jumping up and down. I could do 100 and don't even be out of breath because the other exercises I do that would give me muscles for the burpees are so far advanced that the burpees don't feel like nothing. So I feel like I'm just wasting my time. I used to do 100 a set every day, 100 a set for like a year. And I just realized I was just jumping around. I was never tired. I just hated doing them because they took so long. It's like a plank. I do a plank, right? My average plank right now is 10 minutes long. I'm not gonna do more than a 10-minute plank because all I'm doing is just elbows on the knee, elbows on the floor, legs straight out, body straight out, and I'm just watching phone songs on my phone, listening to songs or watching TV on my phone. It's not really helping me. So I do other exercises that I could do them in a shorter time period that hurt a whole lot more. Andrew Harper, you ain't never said a lie, bro. I don't get it, man. I mean, they come up and they be like, yo, you gay? You a cute gay? You a sucker gay? Whatever, man. It don't matter. Don't bother me. I don't understand why they don't get it. I'm just irritated by the fact that they could come up on your channel and not talk about nothing positive, not talk about helping nobody, not asking no questions about nothing that they got going on. And then as soon as you bust them out, the first thing they gonna say is, I've been bullied my whole life. And so you want to get up here and try to bully somebody. It's not working. It's not working. Every now and then, man, you get some real wild stuff. I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me real wild yesterday. Cause I like to keep my channel transparent. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me yesterday. I was doing this drill that involved a 1, 2, 3, bop, 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 right? And it was the guy came online. He tried, not on a live stream. It was on a video, and he watched the video and he says, "That's an excellent technique and excellent move. And the way you explained it is perfect. I just wished that you were either a former boxer or a real boxing coach when you explained it." I was like, he tried to hit me with a backhand slap on the way out the door. He complimented it and then said, I wish you were either a real boxer, martial artist, or a real boxing coach. It would have did more. So I'm like, I understood the concept. I understood what he was trying to do. What his attempt was to say something negative about me, but he wanted to disguise it as a positive comment first, so I wouldn't catch it to the end and I would end up reading it. I was going to reply back, but I was like, why? Why? Why waste your time dropping yourself down to his level? Just delete it. I just deleted it. It would make, I screenshot it so I could show it to my son. My son said, man, these cats be bugging. He said, if this cat only knew who you was, man. I said, Kay, see, he don't know who I am, bro. And it's fine. It's fine. Let him do what he gonna do. He just wanted to make a comment that he felt like he laughed when he finished doing it. I'm sure he laughed and said he gonna read it and he gonna comment back. I'm gonna wait for his comment. And I just deleted it. It didn't make sense. Here we go. Saul's Classic. You can't buy me nothing, bro. You can't buy me nothing but a Bible. Try buying me that. What's good, coach? Always a treat when two players meet. Hey, look, Chris Norwood, my dude. What it do, man? Ain't nothing like it, player. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like two lions meeting each other in the jungle. They could play. You know, a lion meets something less than a lion. He want to beat him up. Hey, look. Napiro, 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 or however you say it, NAP, that's what I'm going to call you. Thanks for the feedback. You're welcome, dog. Anything you got questions for, that's what I'm up here for. Thoughts on low-carb keto. That's CANE, Cane Corso. Okay. Cane Corso 2424. Thoughts on low carb or keto? I like keto. You know what my thing is. So I don't talk against other diets, but I'm 100% vegan and I only do the one meal a day. OMAD. But I've been alive for a long time, so I know a lot of things about dieting. I took it, I taught it, I trained people to lose weight, to gain weight for boxing and karate. I like the keto diet. I like what it represents. I like the low carb part of it too. But the thing that you have to remember is carbs is gasoline for the tank. So if you go too low on carbs, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna lose weight, you're gonna get in better shape, but you're gonna be tired. And you ain't gonna understand why you're tired. You're gonna think you're tired because of something else. But you are tired because you don't have enough carbs in your system. My goal is to never teach someone to eat less than 100 carbs a day. Break it up into 4 meals. It's 25 carbs each time. But you cannot take 25 at one time and put them over there and eat 50 at one time. You see what I'm saying? But my goal is to not go less than 100 carbs per meal because even that's hard. I don't know what the keto diet consists of and which one you choosing or what you like about the diet, but it's a good diet if you want to lose weight and get in better shape. It's a sustainable diet, which means that you can do it now. You can still be doing it 10 years from now. Tell people don't get on these quick diets, these quick jump in, jump out type things because you're going to jump in, you're going to lose some weight, you're going to jump out, you're going to gain the weight back. So with that being the case, hey, look, man, hustle up, baby. Hustle up. And Cane Corso, that's a nice dog. I got a friend with one. That's a big dog. Andrew Harper, you can do burpees with weight and other movements. Keep that in mind. Oh, yeah, I used to use my 20-pound vest. I just don't like the fact that to me, it's sloppy. And I don't know how to explain it. I got other exercises I would rather do that are harder than a burpee. But I used to use my 20-pound vest. Get on the floor, jump up in the air, come back down, kick your feet out, do a push-up. I know the thing. I know the whole routine. When I said I was doing 100 a day, I advanced from a regular stage to doing 100 with my 40-pound, not my 40-pound, with my 20-pound vest on. That's what made me stop doing them. I wasn't getting nothing out of it. But I do other exercises that kill me, that I'm talking about for real, for real. You ain't playing with them. But I guess those made the burpees easier. Charlie Kelly, what up, man? Tobo, what it do, man? What up, coach? What is a good amount of sleep to get per night to give you lots of energy for the day and training? What do you typically aim for? Well, I only giggled, man, because anybody up here know I don't sleep. I usually go to bed between 1 and 2 a.m. in the morning, and I'm up at 6 a.m. in the morning. And I don't take naps or none of that stuff. I may take a 10-minute nap if I fall asleep watching something, but that lasts about 10 minutes because I don't stay asleep. I used to always tell my mama I ain't really a sleeper. And she was like, well, you'll sleep when you get tired. I used to tell people I'll sleep when I die because right now I don't sleep. But will I recommend that to somebody else? Probably not because I'm sleeping about 4 hours a day every day since I was like, I don't even know, middle school, and I'm 58 years old. But that's not a recommendation to the rest of the crowd. I suggest that the average, they say, get is 8 hours of sleep. I say 6 to 8 hours of sleep should be enough sleep for you to get up and be ready to work. My whole thing is getting up and being ready to work out has less to do with how much you sleep than it does with how much you eat the right foods, drink the right drinks, and what else is going on in your life. Stress can keep you in the bed. Somebody making you happy could get you up out the bed. Having a child by somebody you don't want a child by can keep you in the bed. Having a child by a woman that you're in love with and y'all raising a child together can get you up. You know what I'm saying? Because you're working towards futures with this lady and this child. Everything. A good job could get you up. A new car could get you up. Winning the lotto could get you up. Just having a good life can get you up. So all of those things matter, but if you need help, I suggest drinking not an 8 ounce, but a 4 ounce cup of coffee in the morning. Little to no sugar, one sugar tablet, just a dap of cream so it won't be black. You know what I'm saying? And that'll help get you up in the morning without adding too much to your blood pressure. And good approach with the haters, by the way. Best way to treat them. Hey, look, man, I don't think there is no perfect way to treat a hater other than just ignoring them. I mean, it's funny, but it is what it is. Yo, I'm at school right now. I can't hear you, but can you see this, though? Yeah, can you see that, though? Hey, man, you could have came on my channel and posted anything about the Bible, but you can't post it 10 times. What kind of coffee you drink? I don't drink coffee no more. I used to drink whatever my wife bought, which was like Maxwell House, but or whatever she buy now. But I don't drink coffee no more. I just drink vegan hot chocolate. If I want something hot, it's a nice cold day outside, I drink vegan hot chocolate. It don't have no milk in it. I just put water in it. It's dark chocolate. Somebody said, "Dang, you go to bed later, wake up early." Yes, because I don't believe in sleeping. 50 Cent said one time that only poor people sleep. Rich people, they get up early in the morning so they can watch their money. Tomo, big respect for hustling on 4 hours sleep a night. Big respect for that. Whatever you are doing is definitely working for you. Hey, look, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. That's all I can say. I mean, I've been doing it for so long, I don't know how to do anything else. When you're in shape, your diet is good and you exercise. You don't need that much sleep because your body don't need to cleanse a lot of toxins out the body. I say the same thing, Sean. That's probably why I've always been, the most sleep I ever got in my whole life, real talk, is from 41 to 46. I told y'all those 5 years were the worst years of my life as far as being in shape. And the reason I was out of shape, because I spent so much time, dealing with my gym and training so many people that it was just one of those deals where I spent so much time training everybody else, I wasn't training myself. So obviously, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of the kicker. That was kind of the kicker. And so that was the way it went. And so I was out of shape, and I was out of shape and had headaches, and oh man, those were the worst 5 years of my life. Those were the worst years of my life. But once I decided to get myself back in shape, oh man, I grew from there. I'm screenshotting a picture. Let me see if I can go back and find the person's name. Hold up. Oh, okay, there it is. Beezy said, what type of vegan hot chocolate I drink is from a company called Coconut Cloud. This is what it looked like. Dairy-free. Dairy-free vegan hot chocolate. You can find it on Amazon. Oh, what do I think of Shoo Shoo? I've known him since he was a young guy. I've seen him spar a couple of times. He's a good talent, man. I think he's up and coming. But these guys want to rush it. You know why they want to rush it? Because they're only thinking about the paycheck. They want to rush into a big paycheck. They hoping that they get a good fight so they can go into a good paycheck. But the problem with that is you end up running the risk of not being trained correctly for the fight that you're trying to get into, or thinking you got a level of skill that you don't actually have, and then when you lose it all as fast as you got it, as you gained it all. So with that being the case, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful what you ask for. Yep, be careful what you ask for. But I think he's a talented fighter. You know anything about the amateur scene these days? And if you do, who is it? No, I don't really watch the amateurs. I know a lot of guys who have sons or ex-students of mine that are still in the amateur fights, but I don't really pay that much attention because the amateur game is so spread, so wide open, so widespread open. It's so many fighters, man. You're talking about 100,000 fighters in the United States alone. I mean, not everybody gonna win. I mean, the best fighters don't always win. Just the best one that fought that day won. So you might not never see some of the guys. There's no super duper talented guys coming out that no one can beat. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can be beat in the amateurs. Somebody said, I'd be glad when Tank gets his life together and comes back to boxing because I want to see him fight Haney and Shakur. The real Tank, the one that we all know and love, I don't think he's going to be back. He just got so much stuff going on, man. And sometimes the devil wins, bruh. You done seen the stories. Sometimes the devil wins. James Blatter, 5 miles. I run 5 miles in 40 minutes, so that's just my jog time. So it don't take long. If I got 40 minutes, I'm out going out the door. It's like that. Sometimes I got to run it in the morning because I walk in the afternoon. Sometimes I run it in the afternoon because I walk in the morning. Yeah, I run 7 days a week. It was 3 miles, but 3 kind of became too easy. I was getting home too quick. So I have time allotted to where I'm out running and my wife is somewhere else. So if she's doing something and I'm doing something, then we both doing something. But I hate to get home and then have to wait, take a shower, and still got to wait an hour for her to come home. So I stayed out there a little longer. So I do 5 miles a day, 6 days a week, because I do 5 miles Monday through Friday. Then on Saturday, I do 10 miles. And then on Sunday, I don't run at all, but you might as well say I'm still running because I'm ruck walking. You know what a ruck walk is. And I got a 40-pound vest on. So, yeah. Sometimes I do them both. That's why I said my schedule changed according to me challenging myself. I've actually went for a ruck walk, 5 miles with a 40-pound vest on. Came home exhausted. Came in the house, took the vest off, took my shirt off, happened to go past the mirror, saw the six-pack looking special, went upstairs, put another shirt on, and then went and run. Yep, it just depends, bro. I mean, I'm kind of that kind of guy. I have no limitations. Like, my body doesn't limit me. You know what I'm saying? My conditioning doesn't limit me. Yeah, I mean, you know I run all the time. Yeah, I check out a lot of names, man, but you know what? In the amateurs, unless I'm really up on this person, because this, you know, we got a lot of clubs here. You know, it's a lot of clubs here in my area. So unless I'm really up on a person, you know, it's kind of hard to just pick and watch the amateurs. But I'm gonna tell you what you can do though. They got the Golden Gloves. When the Golden Gloves Nationals come out, they got a whole scoreboard. And you can find it online. There'll be a whole scoreboard, and you can watch the Golden Gloves National on their website. And it's usually, I don't know where it's at this year. I can Google it right now. But it changes every year. Where it's at, it was in Salt Lake City one year. It was in California one year. I don't know, man. They moved that joint around, I guess, to give each city a chance. We never had the Nationals here. Golden Glove boxing. Well, they got a guy named Steve Kwan. He's an elite Golden Glove winner. This is his 4th year in a row winning. And some guy named Bobby Witt Jr., this is his 2nd year in a row winning. So it's still got some, but you know, like I said, we look for the pros. Why? Because you could single them out. Misspelling words. Let's see. Okay. No, they already had it. They had it in May for 2025. I'm trying to find 2026. I don't think it shouldn't have came up, not the Nationals. Okay, the Golden Glove Nationals of America Tournament of Champions is scheduled to take place in Tulsa, Oklahoma from May the 10th to May the 16th, 2026. Yeah. Let's see. Let me go back now. I missed a lot of stuff. Let me see. Uh, Man, I don't know what this guy talking about. He said, and the Smith and Wesson, but then he went talking about standing on the track, standing on the train tracks. I don't know what that means, bro. You got to explain stuff, bro. Sprints or high intensity bag work for zone 2 or 3 training. I mean, do them both. I don't limit to doing nothing, one of nothing. I do it all. If you basically just keep going. I do one day, do the next one the next day. I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't have, my body doesn't allow me limitations. So I could just keep going. Just keep training. There ain't no one way to do it. Like I tell people when they ask me how many push-ups do, I do a lot of push-ups, but then I do a lot of other stuff too. So if I tell you I do 200 push-ups a day, you think that's all I did. 200 push-ups is the beginning of my workout. That's in the first 10 minutes. I do everything. Don't let yourself down on nothing. Bro, I think being a #1 ranked amateur is harder. It's kind of harder of winning a championship. Being a #1 ranked amateur. It all depends. Because you could be #1 ranked amateur but never fought nobody. I mean, I knew guys that were from here that were #1 ranked, but they only fought people that was from around here. Send them to California and see what they walk into. Different level of fighters, different level of trainers. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on what happens when you go around. Now, if you were #1, really ranked #1, you've been on everybody's team, you've been in the Golden Gloves, you've been in the Nationals, you've been everything, and you still ranked #1, then you a beast. Usually, you don't even see that guy fight nowhere, because what you end up doing is seeing him fight. Most of them guys that are ranked #1 like that, they're what we call 50-plus fighters. We tried to fight a guy one time. When my son was 18 or 19, we tried to handpick a fight for a guy that was in the Maryland, D.C. area. And he was considered a top-ranked national fighter. And my son was his weight. And my son was open. My son had like 30 fights. This guy had like 150 fights. Know what they pulled on us? They said he only fights 50-plus, which means he wasn't going to fight us if we had less than 50 fights. Because he didn't want to lose to nobody with 30 fights. We would have beat him anyway. And they knew that. That's why they pulled a 50-plus on us. So we never got a chance to fight him. And my son got out of amateurs with 42 fights. But you got to be careful, man. That's what I say. It's a lot of, even in the amateurs, man, it's a lot of protecting. A lot of protecting going on. It ain't all what people think it is. The amateur's supposed to be show up at the tournament, put your name on the paper, get weighted, and then get picked for a fight. But it don't be that way because they have what they call pre-arranged fights, pre-made matches. They'll have a match made between your guy and their guy because they know what kind of fighter you are, so they can almost study the footage like they do in professionals. And you come to a big-time national tournament, and they already got the first 10 fights booked out between 10 guys against 10 guys that are on the same level they on, so that they know if you're a better boxer, I'm gonna have him fighting a brawler. And if he's a better brawler, I'm gonna have him fighting a guy that's only a boxer. They mix it and match it just like they do in the pros. Say, did I ever get my wig split in the hood? Nope. Never got my wig split in the hood. Oh, I had some fair fights, but never got beat up. Never got to the point where somebody left me laying on the ground. I mean, I come through too much. I come through too many years of training. And I try not to never leave nobody laying on the ground either because we didn't have to fight like that. No, I'm not undefeated on the streets. I took my L's just like everybody else. But we all knew how to get up and walk away. The bottom line was nobody ever knocked me out. But at certain points, she was like, yo, I'm good. Because he might be better than me. A lot of times they were bigger than me. I was, back in them days, I was 5'6", 135 pounds. And although I had skills, imagine fighting somebody that's 6'1", 6'2", 200 pounds. I'm landing shots, but they ain't really hurting him like his shots is hurting me. No, I ain't quit. But at the end of the day, you just got to know when it's time to hold them and know when it's time to fold them. Now, if I got in a good move, I let him go. And if I put him in a choke move and he started losing consciousness, I let him go. I get up and be like, that's it. And he'll be like, bet, and dap each other up and go home. This ain't like this day and time. You want to finish the fight like you want the guy to be dead when you leave. You can't do that no more, bro. You go to jail behind that. It ain't worth going to jail. We had what we call fair fights, where a guy was come and knock on your door and be like, yo, you want to fight? And you like, yeah, hold on, let me get my shoes. And it was like that. But I ain't living no hood. I lived in a neighborhood, if you understand what I'm saying. I never grew up in no apartment. I grew up in a house, and I ain't live in the hood. My mother and father was hard working. My father was a pastor and worked in the shipyard for 36 and a half years during my younger days. My mama was a nurse. No, I ain't never refused no fight on the streets. You can't refuse a fight. First of all, nobody that's too far past your level ain't gonna want to fight you anyway, because he don't want to fight. He don't want to be known for beating up somebody that never that wasn't his level. So if he was 6 foot, he picked on you because he knew you had skill, and he wanted to see if his skill was better than your skill. Well, nobody fought with knives back then, bruh. Man, you do some homework, bruh. First of all, when you got to think about how old I am, bruh. I'm not maybe the same age as you. I'm 58, bruh. If I was fighting on the streets, that was 50 years, well, 40 years ago. That would have put me at 18. You know how many 40 years ago was? Most of y'all mamas and daddies ain't 40. So you figure 40 years ago, bruh. Ain't nobody killing nobody. Ain't nobody got no knives. Ain't nobody doing all that. It ain't different for black people. It ain't no different. I'm the same as everybody else. Cause the color of your skin don't make no difference, bro. I'm the same as everybody else. No, it ain't the color of your skin, it make no difference. It ain't make no difference at all. I lived in a black neighborhood, and black people ain't no more ruthless than other color people. Everybody did the exact same thing. You fought who you fought, and you fought who you fought, and you moved on. Just like some guys wanted to fight me when I was coming up. They come out talking trash. I'd be like, bro, I know you ain't asking for no fight. They're like, yeah, I want to fight. I'll beat you. I said, man, you know you are not on the same. Bruh, please, go back home, man. You can't fight. I seen you fight, dog, and you punk them down like that. Say, yo, shorty. I just pull up and was like, yo, Swisher cheese. Then they popped out, and I don't know what you saying. Hey, look, I don't know what you just said, but it made sense to somebody. But hey, look, man. Nah, but I tell people, man, you had a lot of fights coming up, man, and not all of them. Sometimes people would, I mean, literally, I'd be walking through school. I had a reputation because I was in karate. So I had a reputation of being good at fighting. So people always want to fight me. But it was after school stuff. And they would be like, yo, when we get home, I got you. I said, okay. I get on the bus thinking when we get home. Sometimes they would get off the bus at their regular stop. I ain't say nothing to them. I ain't say, yo, man, I thought you had me down. Nah, let him go. Maybe change his mind. Yeah, you ain't believe. Hey, Chris Norwood, that's exactly right. I didn't understand it. I literally spent time one day asking my mama, why do everybody want to fight me? She said, well, you had a reputation. Your reputation when karate was so good that they want to say they could beat the champ. I was the champ. They want to beat the champ. Boxing, I was slick. They want to beat the guy. They want to be able to say they beat a street fighter, want to be able to say he beat a real boxer. And would basically not try to, he would be like, yo, we could fight. I ain't even going to try to scoop the dude or nothing. I'm just going to beat him with hands because he wanted to be able to say he beat. He beat a guy. But, hey, look. But I'm just like, I was a regular, man. But after a while, you know, you beat up so many people, and you come around the way and people fighting and nobody want to fight you. You be like, yo, let me get in, man. I ain't mind fighting. Let me get in. Nah, man. Nah, you good for the day. Nobody out here want to fight you. Nah, you good. And I would just sit there and watch other people fight. Because it wasn't like people was getting, you know, getting banged up. I mean, it was just getting in a fight. I mean, maybe you get a black eye, a busted lip, a busted nose, but nobody went home like, you know, like the mama had to be like, I'm gonna take you to the emergency room, because people quit long before that. Nobody just didn't pound a guy like Pound Town. Nobody just took him to Pound Town. You ever fought about missing child support payments? Nah, I ain't never missed no child support payments. Ain't nobody never missed none on me. My mom and daddy still stayed at home. My daddy, when my mom and daddy split up, my daddy had enough money. He just came around the way and gave my mom money. My mama never took my daddy for child support. Because my daddy, he had plenty of money. He just come around the way and just drop it off. That would end up it. My mama wasn't that kind of lady. Yeah, people in my neighborhood, they wanted to fight people that was like them. You know, a non-fighter want to fight a non-fighter. He don't want to fight a guy. He want to build it up so that he could basically fight a guy that can fight better later. But you don't want to just jump from I think I can fight to a guy that actually seen that you actually, because some people would watch you fight and be like, I ain't messing with that guy. That guy. You see how many times he hit that guy? And that's kind of how it was. You see how many times he hit him? I ain't about that life. They be like, you scared? No, I ain't scared, man, but I ain't stupid. And that's what they would say. Then you get people that big me up, right? People that big me up, people that go to school and talk about me the next day. Did you see how many hands that dude had? How fast his hands was? How many times he hit that guy? Then somebody else be like, he ain't that good. He'd be like, yeah, you fight him then. And they'd be like, well, tell him I'll fight him. And then when I see the guy, if I thought he was a real fighter, it'd be one thing. But he wasn't a real fighter. So I said, man, why are you gonna let these guys talk you into fighting? Why are you gonna let them talk you into it? You gonna get beat up and then they're gonna laugh about it, bro. I'm telling you. Make sure we got something going on before you decide. Man, we gotta have a beef or something. Cause I don't wanna beat you up for nothing. And I mean, we was all the same. You know what I'm saying? I just came from the hood, bro. Like I tell people, man, ain't want no joke about what you're doing when you're doing it. But yo, hey, look, I'll be honest with you, Unc. We are not fighting no more. Hey, look, nah, we been stopped fighting in the street. I went from the street to the dojo, bruh. Because my martial art instructor was like, keep it in the dojo. So I would always encourage people, if they want to fight, meet me in class. my dojo, my sensei would give you a pair of kicking pads and some hand gloves and some headgear and a mouthpiece. And they were like, I ain't going through all that. And so then you know, then after that, you know, then nobody want to come because they don't want to do it the right way. And I just refuse to be fighting in the street for nothing. Because you get in, when you fought as a kid, you fought in the street, you come back to the dojo, you got a busted lip. He want to know, sensei want to know why. Hey, man, it's a lot of educated black men out here, bruh. All I deal with is doctors, lawyers, professors. Hey, look, my father was a martial artist. He was also a boxer. Before I got older, he was an MP in the military. He's a military police officer. He was a pastor. He did everything the right way. My mom was a nurse. My mom worked in the hospital. She was the first lady of the church. I mean, yeah, you get raised good. You raised the best way they know how to raise you, bruh. Why do I feel like that's a backhanded compliment? Hey, look, you might be. Yeah, some man, people backhand slap all the time, bruh. But you know, you gotta weave through it, bruh. He right. keep it in the dojo or in the gym. I did martial arts for years too, so just got the energy out. Yep, I mean, that's what it was for me. Yeah, you feel that you own martial arts, the man you became today? No. I feel like my mother and father made me the man I am today, because everything else was just material. Learning something in the gym, I could have used it for the wrong way. But when I thought about doing something wrong, I always thought about my mother and father. How my father gonna look being a pastor of a church and his son is a thug? You know what I'm saying? So, nah. I had my thug days, but man, I got cleaned up real quick because I realized I wasn't just embarrassing myself, I was embarrassing my folks. People don't say that's a bad kid. They say he must not have good parents. Say they want a bad knuckle street fight, no rules. Yeah, that's what it is now. Nobody here would fight me because you scream. Hey, look. Hey, man, you ain't, nobody's supposed to scare you. For real, for real. Hey, look, you a human being, bro, just like everybody else. Nobody's supposed to scare you. Who's my top 3 favorite boxers? I don't know if I got top 3. I've been watching boxing for so long, man. I don't watch fighters that people don't even know who they are. So I kind of, I'm at a stage where everybody was my favorite, depending on what they did that day. Because there's no one guy that I put above no other one guy. Because when I think about boxing, it's like thinking about martial arts. It's like thinking about human beings. It's like thinking about an actor. You might be a great actor, but what are you when the TV cuts off? And that's how I look at everything. I look at boxers like that. Okay, you're a great boxer, but like I like Evander Holyfield, but Evander Holyfield had 11 kids by 6 baby mamas. That ain't the kind of guy I want to model myself after. So, with that being said, it's a lot of boxers that when you really admire a person, you admire them for what they do inside the ring and outside the ring. It ain't a lot of people I can say that about. So I don't have a favorite. Family name used to mean everything, but not no more. Man, this kid's out here now, 14, 15 years old, shooting up whole malls. And when their name come in the newspaper, some old pretty name, Esteban, some name somebody gave them that was a special name, now it's in the newspaper. They say you're not used to black people. Hey, look, I went to Michigan one time when I was 16 years old. I was 16 and I went to Michigan State University, and it was a ballet camp at the college. It was a ballet camp. And my sister ran a division of the college at the time. And she invited me to go to the ballet camp because they did a lot of stretching and exercises. I was in karate, so I went down there and they were showing me how to stretch and how to hold my leg above my head and all that. I didn't know how to do none of that stuff. I probably had the ability to do it, but didn't know the technique. And I met this girl, a white girl, and she was looking at me funny. And so eventually I said, "Why are you looking at me so funny?" She said, "'Cause I've never seen a black person before." And she was serious. And she said, "Y'all do the same thing we do." She said, "I was always taught y'all did different stuff." Nope, we do the same thing y'all do. My top 3 is Manny Pacquiao, Ali, Manny Pacquiao, and Lomachenko. Hey, that's a good top 3. Well, you hear about Lomachenko, you don't ever hear nothing negative about the way he handled himself outside of the ring. I like the fact that Lomachenko only wanted to go pro to show the rest of the world how good his father was as a coach. He didn't go pro because he wanted to win all these accolades. He wanted to show people how good his father was. That's a heck of a thing. My son told me one time when he beat up people in the ring, he wanted them to know that his father trained him. He wanted them to know how good I was. And that was long before Lomachenko. Smoking Joe Frazier and Henry Armstrong are my favorite, and a bunch of others. We are a family in Christ all day long. Flexibility is underrated. My sister was a cheerleader and used to teach me how to get flexible too. Yeah, man, them daggone ballet people had me stretching out. Boy, I was able to throw kicks I ain't never been able to throw. Axe kicks where you go way up in the air and come down. Kept my legs straight and everything. Say sisters always help their brothers out. Yeah, my sister is a history professor at William and Mary College, if y'all know what that is. William and Mary in Williamsburg. My sister's a history professor there. She helped me out with a lot. My sister's 9 years older than me. Yeah, man. When I used to get beatings by my mama back in the day, I would call for my sister to save me. And she been helping me out her whole life and didn't even know it. Ryan Saunders, what's good, dog? What it is, man? Y'all be helping me out, because I went for that run today. And when I came home, I just sat down. Man, my legs was already sore. It was already tight. They weren't sore, but it was tight when I went. I said, today I'm not going to run the usual route. Because, when you run the usual route, you know exactly where you're going to be at to come back home. I ran an unusual route. I was zigzagging streets just because I ain't want to see nothing that I seen before. Say, do I see a Venom, Michael Venom? No, I never seen him, but I'm going to Google him. Michael Venom. Put it in my thing so I could come back and look at him later. Got it. So your PE coach took over as your football coach, had us doing yoga at practice. We went from last to champs that year. Hey, look, your PE coach knew what you needed to make champs out of y'all. I had a lot of people that studied boxing. And when I had my boxing gym, they weren't boxers, but they played football, basketball, baseball, ran track, but they said they have never worked out that hard in their life. Said lost half the weight from an injury in a week. That's called good work, bruh. Said, what's the proper way to throw a strike? There is no proper way to throw a strike. It depends on where you're hitting them at. Everything matters, and everybody matters. See, because a lot of times, you can hit a person with a strike, but you might not be in position. I can sit here and tell you, do this, do that. But it all changes against who you're fighting against. It all changes against that guy's speed, his ability to block, where he positioned himself at to keep from being hit with certain strikes. I mean, there's no perfect strike like there's no perfect block. The best block in the world is to not get hit at all. And the best strike in the world is the one that lands. And you really don't know which one that is. But you learn how to throw punches. I got different videos on my channel that show you how to throw a jab or how to throw a hook or how to throw an uppercut. It shows you the technique to throwing it, but you got to make it work for you. Hey, coach, what's your opinion on sprints versus running? I do them both. Some days I go out and run long distance, 8 minutes a mile. Some days I do what's called a sprint run, where I might do 5 miles and I might walk 100 steps and then sprint 100 steps. Then walk 100 steps and sprint 100 steps. Because the reality of that is this. When you sprint, it's like a fight. You go from bobbing and weaving to just all out fighting. That's your sprint. So you got to train for it. Body shot practice today, coach. Man, I love body shot practice. I do body shots on the bag. You can find me, I wrap the bag up around my fist, dog. King God, what it do, man? You say, are you in jail again? The only jail I've ever been to, bruh, is spelt with Hell. So that's the only jail I ever been in. So if you know where that's at, that could be anywhere you at. But once I got out of jail, I went to another place spelled with the same H, but it's EAVEN. So you go from HE double hockey sticks to heaven. That's the only jail I've ever been in, bro. Hey, look, say hill sprints out here, you gotta have heels for that. Hey, look, we don't have hills where I live at. But when I go to Maryland to my youngest son's house, it's like this, like a roller coaster. I got a video on my channel. You put in the search bar and just say, running the hills with Coach Carl. Hills in Maryland with Coach Carl. I was booking, and that's a 5-mile run. But man, I love it. You know why? Because it hurt. And if it hurt, it worked. That's where I come from. Coach, I have too much muscle. It hurts my muscles when I throw punches. I feel them fast and strong, but very uncomfortable. Then lose them. Go from lifting heavy to lifting light. You don't have to lift heavy. In this field, in the combat sports field, you shouldn't be lifting heavy anyway. You should be lifting light, lifting lighter weights, more reps. You lifting heavier weight, less reps. That's how your muscles are getting so big. You got to go on a muscle diet, get rid of some of the muscles. Then you're going to be a lot faster, and it's not going to hurt you to throw them. I just read the Bible. The prophets is low-key evil. Amen. The whole world is low-key evil. It was evil back in them days. Back before the Bible days, it was evil. Hold on a second, yo. All right, I'm back. Heard the mailman at the door. Thought I had something good. Ain't got nothing good. Time flying by on a Friday. I hope y'all had a good Friday, and I hope you have an even better weekend. Brian, what's up, Brian? Make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all log in, and if y'all not a member of the channel, please subscribe. Corey Drums, my dude. I like them drums. Like them drums, baby. What's more important, lower body or upper body? I think both. Yep, you answered your own question. You need your whole body. You can't just use half your body for nothing. You need your whole body. So train the whole body. But I always say the core is the most important thing you want to train, because without that, you can't move. I recently went on a parasite cleanse and dropped a lot of weight. I'm faster but didn't lose strength. Coach is right. Take advantage of this time before I put the weight back on to bone harden. TGIF, I keep coming on late. What time did you start, Coach? I don't know. I've been up here 64 minutes. Hey, look, this is Bruce Lee said the core. The core is the one thing that makes the rest of us move. If your core is in good shape, the rest of you is going to be in good shape. Rock 1193. What it do, man? What it do? MOGULREESEG 1401. What's good, dog? Man, Rock 1193. I don't know what you just said, bruh. Maybe I got another one from somewhere other than America. Cause, bruh, I don't know what you just said. But I don't care where you from, as long as you up here having a good time with the rest of us. Say Scrabble. Hey, look, that's how I be sometimes, man. I be trying to figure it out. Okay, Ryan Saunders. Have fun at that match, man. Let me know how you do tomorrow. Hey, look, I was good at playing Scrabble, man, while you jiving, but I can't figure out some of these letters. So I motivated you to do more reps. Hey, look, man, I be looking for motivation to do more reps myself. I keep adding to my list. Only thing about me is when I add something to it, I'll never take it away. I started doing one exercise, three sets. Now I'm doing 4 sets. Then I'll be doing 5 sets. And I just keep doing the same thing over and over, man. I don't know how to just kind of settle down to just a little bit. I don't know how to do that. So I just keep going. I always figure that whatever exercise I'm doing, I probably need it. That's why I keep doing it. And then you don't really realize what it's probably doing to you and for you. So if you cut it out, then you might mess around and look up and then need it again. I remember I used to do these 1 set of crunches. And whenever I would take them out the program, I would end up, seemed like to me, I would end up getting that part of my belly back. Hey, man, I'm going to show y'all something that's crazy. I meant to show y'all this the other day. Y'all know what an ab roller is, right? Well, somebody asked me online a couple of weeks ago about an ab roller. And I said, yeah, I do the ab roller. And they say, show me. So I showed them. All the way down till your nose touch the ground in the driveway. So I suggest y'all try that one. You're going to find out real quick if you're strong enough when you get up and you ain't got no scratches on your nose. That's what I try to tell people. That ab roll is good, man, but I love stuff like that. I love the harder stuff, the better. If it ain't hard, I don't want to do it. That's why when people ask me about stuff, if it ain't hard, don't tell me about it. Tell me about the hard stuff. Yeah, man, from the feet, that ab roll is a beast, bro. You got to understand it. Push-ups. What about push-ups? I'm a push-up king. What about push-ups? Yeah, I pull the ab roll out every now and then. It ain't my favorite, but, you know, I own it. So I pull it out every now and then. I don't really have a favorite, to be honest. I just like exercise. All kinds. I showed y'all this the other day, man. If you got some parallel bars in the bench press so that you can put your feet on the bench, try this right here. This right here is real. Hold up. Let me start the video over. Try this. This will get your balls rolling. 1 push-up, 1 under push-up. Drop down, 1 hand, pull yourself up. 1 push-up, 1 under push-up. Drop down with the other 1 hand, and then pull yourself up. I was a little tough. The second one was a little tough, but I did it like 4 times, man. I did it 4 times because I keep recording it. I recorded from one angle, then I recorded from another angle, and then on the last one, I almost didn't make it back up, and that's the one I decided to use because it was more reality to somebody else. I am trying to do 120 push-ups before the day is over. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's a good routine to do. How many muscle-ups can I do? I don't know because I ain't tried them in a while. But the last time I tried them, it was still hot outside. So we're in the winter now. Because I do them at a school because they got a pull-up bar behind the school. But I did like 3 was like my max at one time, but I did it like, I don't know, maybe 3 won't my max because everything I do, I record it. So I recorded 3. I jumped down, put the camera somewhere else, recorded 3, jumped down, put the camera behind me, recorded 3, and then I tried to put the camera in front of me and say I was gonna do 5, and I got to 3. I probably could have done 5 if I wouldn't have done it that many times. How can I increase my pull-up reps? Been doing pull-ups for almost a year and sometimes feel fatigued doing them. Any tips? Yeah, just don't worry about how many you can do. Worry about making sure that the ones you do them right. So hang all the way down to your arms lock. Pull yourself all the way back up to your chin's over the bar and let yourself all the way back down. Try to do like 3 to 5. And then keep doing the same thing all the time, and it gets better. When I first started doing pull-ups, I first got the Power Tower. I was doing 2 pull-ups and then 1 pull-up every set until I got to 10. And I started doing 3 pull-ups. So I started doing 3 sets of 3, and I get to 9. And then I started doing 5, and then once I got to 5, I started doing 20. That's 4 sets of 5. Are push-ups better than lifting weights? It depends on who you ask. I do them all. I do push-ups and lifting weights. And it just depends. Every exercise has a purpose. You got to think about what the purpose it has on you, not on somebody else. See how you feel when you get done with them. See how you look when you get done with them. When I first started doing push-ups, I was doing push-ups, forever. I was doing 5 push-ups at a time, but I kept doing them until it became 10 at a time. Then when I got to 50, it became 50 at a time. Then when I got to 100, I started doing sets of 100. It's kind of like a process. But I like every exercise I do. I don't replace one exercise with another one. I just do them on different days. If I do push-ups today, I might do bench pressing tomorrow. I kind of do it like that. Everything matters. Everyone matters. Yeah, I had to get the remote for the TV because the movie I had it on went off. And what happens if my TV is not being used in a while? It'll cut off. It'll cut itself off. So you can't just let the commercials play because it'll cut itself off in about 5 minutes. Do I smoke? No. I don't even smoke nothing in my whole life. I don't even like smoked sausage. I used to drink beer, wine, coolers, all that stuff, but no, I don't smoke, bruh. Yes, sir. What's good with y'all, man? I know it's Friday. I know somebody gonna be talking about something, man. It's a comedy concert in my city tonight or tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow night. Mike Epps. Mike Epps and that comedy tour came to my city. But I ain't go though, because I ain't paying no $135 for no $137 for no comedy ticket. I can go to a place called the Kazi's Comedy Club and see a lot of unsigned acts that be funded in the real acts and only cost $15. People be trying to overcharge. People trying to get rich. They trying to get rich on you coming to see stuff. You say in P-Town? No, not in P-Town, in Hampton. I don't live in P-Town. I live in Hampton, Virginia. P-Town. I don't even go to P-Town. P-Town's kind of like on the lower income end from where I live at. Say sunny Miami, Liberty City, 305. Down there with all them Jennifer Lopez's. A whole lot of people that look like Jennifer Lopez. Man, it's sunny down here in Virginia too, player, where I'm at. The only difference is it was raining this morning and now it's sunny. Man, we got some crazy weather down here in VA, bro. It's 61 degrees outside in February. And 19 miles per hour wind said make it feel like 55. And then it's supposed to be colder by 20 degrees tomorrow and a 100% chance of something on Sunday and a 90% chance of snow on Monday. Ain't that crazy? We live in that kind of environment, dog, where we just keep flipping back and forth. Flipping back and forth. Y'all supposed to be getting that snow. Where you at, Brian? Rahimi, where you at, dog? What city? What state? Oh, you're in P-Town. P-Town, man. Hey, look, you gotta be careful over there in P-Town, bro. Man, we don't even ride through P-Town no more. It's too tough over there. Look, too tough over there in P-Town. I ain't know P-Town was that bad, dog. I mean, for real, for real. I just used to hear about it because I got friends that's from P-Town, but they would act like it was straight hood over that junk. But I'm like, it was hood over here, but it won't like that. I heard y'all got a little something, something popping off over there. And this back in the day. I don't know what it's like now. No, I'm not. I'm serious. That's what they be telling me. I ain't guessing at it. I don't ride through P-Town, so I wouldn't know. The only thing I ever went to P-Town, the Renaissance Hotel. I went there when it first opened up. That's the only time I ever been to P-Town. Well, I've been there twice in my life. The first time was when I went to the Renaissance Hotel when it first opened up back in the 90s, maybe the late 90s, the early 2000s. And I went to P-Town last summer because a friend of the family, a young lady, she's not from P-Town, she lived in Suffolk. They rented a place in P-Town where they had a wedding. It was like a neighborhood that had like these big houses that people turned their houses into like almost like a wedding place. And she went there and she got married there. Her husband was in the Navy, and she's from I don't know where she's from originally, but she was born in Hampton, but her family is military. They retired in Suffolk, and they had the wedding at this house-looking thing. It looked like a house, like a club, but it was inside of a house. Nice property. And them the only two times I've ever been to P-Town. But I'm just telling you what the word is. I know some people from P-Town. They be like, you don't want to hang out there. So my hat come off to you, dog, because if you're living there, you in the middle of it. And you making it work. So I ain't trying to joke nobody's city. Because my city, if you watch Hampton on the news, there's a lot of crap going on here too. Hey, look, it ain't what it's supposed to be, but it's what it is. So if you gotta go through it, yeah, the whole 757, you know. Hey, look, you can't even ride through Norfolk because Norfolk is horrible. It's a killing every day in Norfolk. Every day. And I know people from Norfolk. But we gotta watch our own, bruh. Watch your own. How many times a day do I eat? Once. I don't eat but one time a day, bro. I eat at 5 o'clock. From 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. That's what OMAD is. One meal a day. I make all my food at one time. It's like Thanksgiving. I make all my food at one time. I got a table. I sit all my food on the table at the same time. I slide one plate out of the way and start eating, move the plate out of the way, pull the next plate up, finish eating, get my drink, get my piece of fruit, get my nuts, my peanuts, cashews, sunflower seeds. I eat one time a day. Anything I can eat in an hour. I usually have my meals planned out. It's usually 2 full plates of vegetables, different type of vegetables, an orange, a banana, 2 protein bars, and then whatever else I want to put in there, like some cashews, or I got some crackers, these little cracker joints. Everything, I'm vegan, so I don't eat a whole lot of stuff, bro. But anything I can eat in an hour. So one time I eat, bro, I drink a protein shake when I sit down, and I drink a protein shake when I get up. It's a 40-gram protein shake sitting down, a 40-gram protein shake getting up. And I fast, basically, it's a 23-hour fast. I've been doing the same thing, man, for about 6 months. I switch it in and out. I do that between intermittent fasting when you eat for 8 hours, and then you let the other 16 hours let your body rest. But I've never been one to eat all day. And when I do the 8 hours, I eat one meal like 12 o'clock. It's a small meal, like a small lunch, a vegan burger or something. And then the next meal is at 6 o'clock, and I eat the whole thing, and then I'm done eating. So I only eat 2 meals a day when I do that. Which protein shakes do I drink? Turenda. I drink OWYN. It stands for Only What You Need. Dark chocolate. mixed with water. It's I think it's 8 carbs, 4 grams of sugar, and it's 20 grams of protein, 140 calories. It's a good protein shake if you're gonna drink more than one and still want to get that protein in the game. But I'm vegan, so I can't drink stuff that's got milk or soy. I only ate a lot when I bulked, but I felt like crap when I bulked. I'll never do that again. Hey, look, it is what it is. Everybody got they reason for the season. Of course, I don't do no bulking. I stay around. I'm pretty much the same. I weigh 144 in the morning, 142 in the morning, and 144 in the afternoon. Pretty much do the same thing. 144 at 100 and at 5'6", 144 pounds at 5'6". I just try to stay in the best shape of my life, no matter what that means. People don't know, man, at 58 years old, you still could be at the top of your game. This was a video I shot of myself earlier in the week, just to show y'all, at 58 years old, you still could be in the game. Hey, look, you can change your own life. You ain't got to wait on nobody to do it for you. You can change it yourself. Hey, look, I appreciate that bronze medal. I definitely appreciate that. Do I work out? Yeah, 7 days a week. Never missed a day since August the 12th, 2013. Taught boxing and karate for 20 years each. I knew how to do it. It was just time to put my own mind to it. But I appreciate you asking. Jay from YouTube, fire! Hey, look, man, you notice I'm sitting on the couch today. I don't think y'all ever seen me sit on the couch. But, man, I was so tired when I came home from that run. I popped the squat on the couch after I changed my shirt. I was like, man, I'm going to do this YouTube channel live today from the couch. Your boy Coach Carl on the couch. Hey, look, but I appreciate y'all logging in because it don't matter where I'm at. It all matters that we all here together. What advice do you have for fighting taller fighters? Move your head a lot. Keep your hands up and move your head. Hey, look, all the hands down stuff is for somebody that's smaller than you or same size as you. The disadvantage you have when you're fighting a taller fighter is he doesn't have to allow you to get close to him. So you can't be like this with your hands right here because he gonna peck you to death. You know what I'm saying? So, thing is, move. Go your hands up here and make sure you block it. And make sure you're moving a lot. Do the Mike Tyson. Just constantly move. Because the reality is, it's a lot of sharpshooters in the world, right? A lot of military guys that can shoot 600 yards, 1 mile. They can shoot anything that's standing still. But if you started doing like this, what are they going to do then? They can't shoot you. If an apple got up on the tree and started moving back and forth, they can't shoot the apple off the tree. Same thing with your head in a boxing match. It's a whole lot of people that could go bang, 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 bang while you're standing in one place. But can they do that if your head kept moving? If you kept doing this? And whop, 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 whop. Can they hit you then? They're going to just be nipping you. That's what tall fighters are taught. Stay tall. Keep the shorter fighters at the end of his reach. They say, keep the shorter fighters at the end of your jab. It don't matter. Shorter person could be 6 times stronger than a tall person. If y'all the same weight, he going to be pecking you to death while you moving around. You said, do I box? Man, you just asked me if I worked out. And I just told you I was a boxing coach and a karate instructor for over 20 years. And yes, I boxed and did karate, judo, wrestling, and taekwondo, and was a street fighter, and know how to sword fight, and was a knife fighter. I did it all, bro. Anything involving the fight game, bro, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to teach you about the fight game. Now, any more questions you have, check my channel, man. I got over 1,900 videos. 1,900, not 19. 1,900, 1,900 plus videos. So you new to the channel? That's why I got a lot of videos up here in case you don't see me working out. A lot of times when I do these live streams, I be hitting the bag, especially in the summer. In the summertime, I'll do a whole hour-long live stream and I hit the bag the whole time. But when I'm sitting down, you can always go check my video footage. I got video footage on my channel enough that you can't watch it all in a week. I got almost 2,000 videos on this channel. So you can see anything you want to see. You can learn anything you want to learn. You can ask questions about anything pertaining to boxing, karate, calisthenic training, weight training, running, walking. I bike. I do all of that. I ride my bike up to 50 miles. I run up to 15 miles. I walked 15 plus miles. And I'm vegan, 100% vegan. Don't eat no meat. Don't eat no snacks to come out of packs. Anything you need to know about me, bruh, I'm an open book, bruh. What boxers do you recommend for film study for learning how to close the distance on a taller opponent? Watch Tommy Hitman Hearns. Watch Tommy Hitman Hearns, and anybody he fought was shorter than him. See what happened to them and see what happened to him. Mike Tyson, shorter than most of the guys that he fought. Also, watch, I can't think of the boy's name right now. Dog, I can't think of people's names at the last minute. I'm going to tell you in a second, though. I'm going to Google it. All right. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to tell you in 1 second. Because I can't get all these names. I got so many names in my head, bro. Can't get all these names right. Go watch Sebastian Fundora. Sebastian Fundora. And watch him when he fought Erickson Lubin. That's a shorter guy against a much taller guy. Watch how the shorter guy got inside and watch how the taller guy made him pay for it later. So watch Erickson Lubin and Sebastian Fundora. Watch any fight with Marvelous Marvin Hagler, and watch any fight with Mike Tyson. You'll get to see somebody shorter always fighting somebody taller. So you ride your bike to work. I ride my bike through the neighborhood, flying. I do 3.5 minutes a mile. Hey, look, appreciate it, Lamont Rogers. Make sure you sign up to the channel. And you can get up here any day and you can ask any questions you want to ask. They can be about boxing, calisthenics, training, karate, fighting, street fighting, elbowing, kneeing, biting. You can anything. Anything. You can ask me about your girlfriend questions. You can ask me about your boyfriend questions. You can ask me about your Boy Scout questions. I pretty much done everything. I'm 58 years old, bruh. At 58 years old, I might have been through a little bit of everything. So let my wisdom be your guide. Skylar Bass said I have a YouTube channel. What you talk about on your YouTube channel? I knew a guy named Skylar when I was growing up. I see you, Skylar. Skylar, you need to put some videos up there so I can tell somebody to watch your channel. I call that the Venus flytrap shorter fighters. Let them in where they think it's sweet, then punish them when you let them know you can't do little to and jump through certain openings. Nope, that's how it go. Brian Mendoza knocked Fundora into another world. Yeah, but Fundora took out Erickson Lubin. And Fundora right now, no matter how many other worlds he been knocked through, he's still in the game. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he got caught by Mendoza, but since then, let's see. Since then, Mendoza done lost 2 fights. And so he ain't that great. He lost 2 fights and then won a fight. He lost 2 fights against Tim Tszyu and Sahi Bokachuk or something like that. He lost both of them, and then he come and knocked out a guy that was 12-10. So, yeah, he ain't showing me much. He's showing me that he can't beat the better fighter. Sebastian Fundora only lost 1 fight, and that was to him. So you can't load videos because you don't have a camera. Don't you got a phone? Load them on your phone. I don't use a camera either. I use an iPhone. I use one of these right here, an iPhone. This an iPhone right here. I got 2 iPhones. Say, Coach, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for a living? How you know I don't do this for a living? Don't you know about YouTubers? Go to YouTube and Google it. Go to YouTube and say, how do I load videos on my YouTube channel? They'll give you a whole tutorial. If I had a match against Logan Paul, I would teach him a lesson. Or you might get a lesson taught to you. Never know. You might be the man, or you might, or he might be the man. Fundora fights dumb, kind of like Paul Williams. They give up the height advantage. Yeah, I would say that too. But he still beat Lubin, Erickson Lubin, and that was a serious fight. I don't know about the upcoming war with Iran. I stay out of that stuff. And was it Eric A or Erica, whichever one it is. You never answered my question. You asked me, what did I do for a living? I said, how you know this ain't what I do for a living? You see me online every day. Sir, how do you feel about, oh yeah, you already asked that question. Yeah, I don't follow wars, man, because I ain't in the military. I follow them if it was my job. If it was my job, I know everything, but I ain't got to know that job. You can ask me about haircuts. I've been a barber. I was a barber for over 40 years. Coach Carl, why do we have the civil rights movement? I don't know. Ask somebody else. I don't ask the politician questions, man. I don't get into black and white questions, and I don't get into politics, because no 2 people are going to agree. And I got people up here that's not black, and I got people up here that's from Iran. So that's why I don't talk about that kind of stuff. I talk about fitness, training, boxing, karate. That's what I talk about. Eric, okay, so Eric A, that's it. So you asked me a question, and I said, how do you know this is not what I do for a living? You see me online every day. I got 7 YouTube channels. 2 of them are fitness channels. I got a Twitch, I got a Twitter, I got a TikTok, an Instagram, and a Facebook. Think that's what I do for a living? You think Barrios and Duarte, Barrios, Martin, and Duarte, and Franchon winning? No, I do not. Franchon ain't winning nothing. You can forget about that. She's she's just a fight. She's another fight for Clarissa Shields to beat up on. That's it. They just needed another fighter. And Duarte, I think he pretty good, but I don't know if he gonna win. And Barrios, I don't think he gonna win at all. Why? Because Barrios was put in this position to make Ryan Garcia look good. And I just think that he's not gonna beat him. I think they need Ryan to win so that they can make more money with Ryan on another fight. Barrios is not making that kind of money. Ryan is bringing in the chips. Brian had over 10 million subscribers on social media before he even started fighting. So he's bringing in the chips. That's the only reason why Gervonta fought Ryan Garcia. And Frank Martin, when I think of Frank Martin, I think of Gervonta beating him and him being scared. It ain't that he was just getting beat, he was scared. He got hit once or twice when he was on the ropes, and then he changed his whole demeanor. So I think Frank Martin is a plant, a sucker. That's what I think about him. I don't think nothing about him. He's a sucker. He ain't gonna beat nobody. They're trying to build Martin back up so that he can be competition for Keyshawn, um, competition for Abdullah Mason, competition for Shakur. That's all they're using him for. They're gonna milk him. That's it. And Eric, my thing was I was a barber for over 40 years. I've been owning barbershops from 1992 until 2020. So I got a lot of stuff going on. I was a karate instructor for 20 years, a boxing coach for 20 years. So I do a lot, bro, but I don't have to do nothing traditional right now, if you know what that means. I don't have to do nothing traditional. I can sit here and talk on the camera all day long, which is pretty much what I do. You do fitness. I have a question. If I'm serious about losing weight, how can I keep a balanced diet? Hey, Skylar Bay, I got a video on my channel that'll help you out. It'll start the ball rolling. It's called The Best Plan to Lose Weight by Coach Carl. The Best Plan to Lose Weight by Coach Carl. Go to the search bar, type the whole thing in. The Best Plan to Lose Weight by Coach Carl. Hit the button. And it's going to be a plan that's going to show you how to start eating. That's the bottom line. It's going to show you how to eat, but how to start eating right. Oops. My phone is saying I got 20% left, y'all. And I got to get off here anyway because my wife gets off at 4:30. Then she going to call me and she going to be 15 minutes from the house when she called me. And she only works 15 minutes from the house. I got bullied. Hold up. Is BMI still relevant? Broadcast Music Incorporated, that's the kind of BMI you're talking about? When he said BMI, you know what I was thinking about? Broadcast Music Incorporated. And the reason why I thought about that, because, I used to be in the record business for about 4 years. I was in the record business through a record label. When I was 18 years old, I signed to an independent record label as a rap artist. But then I ended up using BMI when I became independent because that's who tracks your money. When you got money, when you got songs played on airway, whether it's TV or whether it's radio. So that's what I thought he was talking about. But he's talking about it's still relevant to discuss the health, individual health, when it's declining and stuff like that. Yeah, it's still relevant, but a lot of people don't refer to it these days. It says, I got bullied as a kid. No one in my black family taught me to fight, and I'm in therapy, and I lost every time and ran. I'm now grown and husband and father. How to recover to get that off of you? Take up a martial art class, take up a boxing class. Because people think that when you take up a boxing class, it means you're going to be a boxer. No, it just means you're trying to have confidence to keep from getting beat up, or somebody in your house bullied, or somebody kick your door down, and bad things happen. So you want to be able to protect yourself. Knowing how to protect yourself gives you confidence. It takes away the stuff that happened to you back in the day. But you have to take steps towards taking care of yourself. People think getting a gun is how I fight people off. No, that's how you go to jail. So many rules in having a gun that it ain't worth it. So my thing is, take a class. Get beat up in class. Build your confidence up. And what'll happen is they'll show you the right way to do things so that you don't get beat up in real life. Yeah. Hey man, people get bullied all the time. I tell people all the time, it's a whole lot of people in the world. Everybody ain't on the winning end. Somebody got to be on the losing end. I don't support bullying either, bro. That's why I teach. That's why I taught, and that's why I still mentor people that are trying to get in better shape. That's what my channel is all about. It's about giving people an outlet to learn something in your own home. Trust me, where they said, this guy told me a couple of days ago, it's called a Feynman's Law. It says, if you can teach something to where a 12-year-old can understand it, that means you're good at teaching it. That means you understand it. That's what I consider myself. When I come online and I teach boxing, or I teach karate, or I show you the whole process to get there. I show you the whole concept of how it works. I show you all the exercises you need to know to be able to get to that particular part of your life. So it's so much. I need to do I need to do an anti-bullying video. That's what probably what I need, and make it clear that you want to start doing these things to build up confidence in your own life. I need to focus on that. I got videos, but maybe none that's direct to what the problem is. Say, what's the best pickup line for women? I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing. What you see is what you get. If you like me, I'm gonna work, but I don't have nothing. I ain't a rich guy, but I'm rich in spirit. I don't know what a good line is, man, because I've been married for 34, almost 35 years. And all I said was, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Let me tell you a little bit about me. And that's how I went. Next thing I know, I was married. I dated my wife for 8 months, and we got married. Been married 34 and a half years. Well, Taekwondo is good, man, but it's not an art that I recommend to learn how to defend yourself. Taekwondo is more of a competition art. It's guys in Taekwondo that have made it into better than just competition. But most of the time, it's just a bunch of kicks that don't have the level of force behind them because you can't train like that. But what I would tell you to take up, if you got money to spend, take up jujitsu. You will learn how to put somebody in an arm bar real quick. And then your kicks might work. Say best pickup line for other dudes is sending a message on Grindr. Hey, look, I don't know about that either. I don't stay on them sites, bruh. I never did. I never knew that they even had sites that was actually working. Have a wonderful day, my friend. Hey, look, Demetrius Jones, take care of yourself, player. Let me see. Charles Alexander, do you think Gervonta will beat a fighter with a long jab? One that's the same size? No. But one that's timid in other areas? Yeah. Because that's what they've been giving him. He's shown and proved that he can knock out nobodies. Let him fight somebody that's actually the same weight as him. That's Shakur. Somebody like that. Somebody that can really work the stick. I wore my sauna suit to work today doing lawn care. Today was 86. Man, you better be careful because you're going to be losing a lot of water. I don't know if that's a smart idea. I won't wear my sauna suit out the neighborhood. Should I start boxing first or jujitsu? Jujitsu. If you're trying to protect yourself, boxing is going to show you how to move around and how to throw combinations, but it takes longer to learn, longer to perfect, because you might run into another boxer. But jujitsu, you go right on through that and grab them, and that's how it go. Jiu-jitsu is a beast, man. I would recommend jiu-jitsu to anybody that needs a self-defense course. It ain't about being pretty, bruh. It's about breaking people up. It's about getting down to the nitty-gritty. But look, I gotta get offline there. My wife just sent me a text and she on the way. So y'all know what's next. I gotta go upstairs and take off this running gear, take a shower, come downstairs so I can be here when she get here, and go ahead and help her with her workout for the day. But with that being said, any questions that y'all may have for me that I didn't get around to, you can leave them under any video on my channel. And I will see them. They will come to my channel, and I will see them, and I will reply back to them. Even if that reply has to be longer than I want to, I will still reply. And if you have an Instagram page, you can leave a whole story up there. Instagram is Coach Carl 757. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all getting up here. I appreciate y'all talking to me and telling me about y'all lives and the whole 9 yards. But in that case, I will be back up here again tomorrow. Y'all be safe and take care of yourself. And any questions I didn't answer, please remember to leave them under a video or either under this video when it comes back out, because I'm going to release it again. It'll be back out in like 10 minutes. You can go back up here and watch it again, and you can leave any comments y'all want to leave. But I appreciate y'all time. Once again, it's your boy, Coach Carl. Mr. 58 is the new 28, and I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side, because right about now, I got to go. Holla.